The pledge this week is I will be productive. I will set priorities, use measurements to track my performance, and hold myself accountable for achieving results. I will consider the opportunity cost of everything I do and add things to the stop doing list. I'll work with a sense of urgency and get stuff done. When I think about this pledge this week, it really makes me think about football. I probably abuse the football analogies a little bit, but I think this is a perfect one to use it for. I think back to the 2015 Super Bowl against the Seattle Seahawks and the New England Patriots. And the interesting thing about it is that you got the last drive of the game. You know, there's a couple of minutes left, and the Seahawks have the ball. They're driving down the field. If they can score a touchdown, they'll win the game. They get the ball on the 20. They drive 79 yards. This one guy makes this incredible catch where literally like he's falling to the ground and like bobbling the ball and like reaches out and grabs it with one hand. Amazing play that the guys makes that gets them down there. And so now they're on the 1 yard line. And when they're on the 1 yard line, the New England Patriots guy named Butler, makes a better play and intercepts the ball literally like on the goal line. If the offensive player had caught the ball instead, if he hadn't nudged his way in there, then the Seahawks would have won. And what that kind of brings to my mind is when I'm thinking about, okay, I will be productive. What that's really telling us is there's this lie in the world of, it's all about activity. If you work hard, if you show up, if you do these things, then that will automatically produce results. That's what we all want, is just to know if I just do these things, then I'll be okay, right? The reality in life is that that's not necessarily true, and football really shows us that. You don't get points for driving 79 yards or 99 yards. You get points for 100. You get points for stepping in the end zone with the ball or kicking a field goal between the uprights. That's how you get points. And in business and in life, it's very much the exact same way. In a sales process, you don't get money for visiting a customer 100 times or putting together a proposal or anything else. You got to bring it to close. The customer has to agree to do business with us. And so there's a lot of things in our business that we really need to have a sense of urgency with, and we need to make sure that we get done. And we need to use the goals that we set, to hold ourselves accountable, hold each other accountable, to make sure that we actually achieve those results. And if we're not achieving them, have an honest look and question of what do we need to do to achieve those results. So this is a very important pledge, looking at the profitability of the company is, hey, I will be productive. I won't believe the lie that just because I have activity that reaps a benefit. I will focus on actually having results. I won't be focused on driving 99 yards and saying, hey, that's good enough. Getting to the closing table with the customer but not making it happen. I will focus on actually making the effort that we count worth it. And so sometimes you see, and one of the things that we mentioned in this pledge is the stop doing list. Sometimes we find in business that there's certain things that it may be a certain type of customer that we might go after, of saying, hey, we keep spinning all our wheels on going after this customer and never resulting in actually getting results. At some point you say, we got to add that to the stop doing list and say, driving 99 yards with that customer is not producing results. At some point we have to say, hey, this type of customer doesn't fit for us, and we stay focused on other things that do produce results. I use a sales analogy, but you can have the same thing in operations or accounting and figuring out, hey, maybe there's those things that aren't producing results that we're spending a lot of time with. How can we cut those things out? Then now we have more time that we can spend on those things that we know are productive. So as you go this week, consider, what are you doing that maybe is not producing results that you should cut out? What are the things that you're doing that you've gone 95% for, and that if you can push a little bit harder, bring it to conclusion, can get real good tangible results? I think we'll all see a big benefit from that.